Hey, I don't got to shoot, I got shooters. Know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that about the ball. All of my niggas is savages. Meet up the opponents is savages. I know that imply I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passengers. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the match just like Merlin. And the boss like a lake of Irvin. Should've kept it clean, this detergent. Shit, I done
let the cat out the bag.
Get naked and let the dick out the sack.
Let it breathe, get some air. Baby, please, I'm already there.
Jacket and creamery everywhere. I represent me,
It's a love affair.
Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you want prepared. Hey, this is my style.
I do it to get some attention.
Hey, the crowd going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making it retire, no pension. I just get the bread and food. I say I'm ready to make you move. I'm moving, the move is the move. The only option not to lose. Hey, never forget, you were prepared. I ain't sorry. Your booties really walk the ass up here. I ain't sorry. Man, you think I ran out with your beer? I ain't sorry. Because I think they come know your grip. I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't willing me, no apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey, sorry, ain't sorry. Hey, I ain't sorry.
Yo, check this out. This is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie and Sue, the world's largest, most intact T-Rex skeleton. That doesn't mean we necessarily believe in dinosaurs. I'm just saying that's Sue. That's her name. My name's Jessie. Yo, it's 2021. Welcome to Coffee and Bong Hits. Hopefully by now you've seen the new promo. And hopefully now you can feel all the energy of people that are like, I can't believe he called himself a real life superhero. Get up out my face, man. Ain't nobody got time for no complainers. For real, man. Ain't nobody got time for no complainers. You ain't feeling it. If I ain't a real life superhero, who the hell is a real life superhero, man? You know, I'll tell you a secret. And I'd like to welcome everybody who's never heard this show before and is now listening to this in the audio only version on like iTunes, Stitcher, Breaker, TuneIn, Pandora, Spotify, SoundCloud, the TuneIn app. I don't know, wherever you're consuming this content this morning. I appreciate you whenever it is. I don't believe in time anyways. So if you're listening to this on January 1st, 2021, boom. Hopefully you're participating live at 10 a.m. on January 1st on urbansurvivorman.com. What's up, Elvon? What's up, Marty, Sarah, Corey? I'll see you guys. Good morning to you. Happy New Year to you. So today's going to be a little bit, I don't want to say a little bit different because every show is a little bit different, right? Our lack of stability is our stability. Like, our lack of stability is our stability. So we are going to have a lot of special guests today as we work to really create an experience for the first time listeners that don't understand the kind of people that come through here. Last night, if you missed it, we had the You Can't Touch This socially distant New Year's Eve party, 3.5 hours long. We had so many special guests last night. Holy smokes, we had so many people. Man, we had Zane and Randall Wyatt and Anthony Rivera and Jimbo and Diction and Dirty Black and myself all on at one time. That was just a taste of things to come as we branch out. I'm about to be Jay-Z. So if you tuned in to ask, what do you mean cat's butthole? That's our model all 2021, Cat's Butthole. We jumped out at 12:01. We were already leading. At 12:01, we were already leading the pack, right? I'm looking in my rearview mirror at everybody else. Like, I've put out more content in 2021 than anybody. I'm going to be the antelope fisherman of what antelope fisherman was in 2020. I'm going to be that guy in 2021. What's up, Vic? I see you, Idaho. Man, Marty and Erica, thanks so much for hanging out with us last night. I didn't expect it to go that well. It went really, 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 really well. It was really nice to have Jimbo help him push buttons, right? Usually I have to push all the buttons by myself, and that's kind of crappy. So, okay, today's whole show is basically going to be like the intro. You know, usually in the intro, I'll remind everybody that there exists multiple worlds that are stacked on top of each other, right? There's the exoteric with the EXO, exoteric. That's like this fake world that we live in right here. And then there's the esoteric, which is like our souls sitting on the couch playing this video game, right? And so this whole experience that we have right here is cool, but it's no different than a game of Grand Theft Auto or a game of World of Warcraft, or from our old school heads out there, a game of Four-Man Gauntlet or even the Simpsons game, right? Like, you just decided you were going to be Homer Simpson for that game, or you play the X-Men game and you picked that you're going to be Wolverine. Well, check this out. I'm playing 2021, The Fall of Man, and the character I picked is Jessie Sponberg. My guest coming up in a little bit, he picked figure 8. These are the people, right? So when I say elf is hungry, that means that they remember, when you turn this video game that you're living in off, when you shut it down, when you close the laptop, when you click the remote, this is going to disappear, but you're not going to disappear. You are going to exist as the one thing that is left when all the other questions have been answered and all the other things have been removed. What is left? You, the voice that goes, what am I? That feeling that you get when you're flying above the clouds and you're all alone, just like you are in your own head, right? You're completely alone. And then you see a mountaintop and you're like, holy crap, what are you doing up here in my cloud space? This is my headspace above the clouds. And now it's me and a damn mountain. I don't know. Maybe I just hit the DMT pin too often. I heard that is what you need to have a successful podcast these days. So I was like, yo, sons, I'm qualified as shit for that one. Okay, let me stop peddling wares, man. But it's good to remind you guys that you can go to urbansurvivorman.com/shop and you can get all the edgy apparel. And where does that edgy apparel come from? That comes from our friends at standupandfightback.com, .bigcartel.com. When am I going to get this pitch right? Standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Well, look, I'm actually wearing a SUFB shirt today, and it almost matches up with the logo. If I lock it in, I think I get to enter the pyramid. Hold on. Oh, damn it. All right. I'm not Aladdin, but I am Jessie Sponberg. And my show is Coffee and Bonghits. And today we are hopefully playing another game of The Pricer is Writer with me and my man Figure 8 in the house. Man, I'm telling you this. If you are not down with what Figure 8 and his squad is doing, then you're going to be the last one to the party. You're going to be like the dude in 2019 going, yo, man, you ever heard of the Beatles? Like, what? You're late. Super late. Super duper late. Like, not as late as Sue right here. Sue. On the spectrum of showing up, just finding out about the Beatles, not knowing about Antelope Fisherman and Figure 8, and being a 65 million-year-old T-Rex, you're still in good shape when we're speaking of spectrums. Okay, so So get up out the passenger seat of your own head, walk around the back of it like it was a Volkswagen Bug, and just sit in the driver's seat of your own life. That's especially important right now. And we're going to talk about it more at the bottom of the hour, because we're going to give you some really important things to consider as you move into 2021. First of all, the most important thing, just in case I get shot in the neck with a poisonous Bolivian blow dart frog venom, and they just take me out before I can tell you, let me just get this out. The most important thing that you can do is when you're awake, keep your eyes closed. When you first wake up, keep your eyes closed for as long as you can. Don't do it. Don't do it. You got no proof where you are. Just keep your eyes closed and remember who you really are, right? You're really that person up above the clouds that's only looking at the mountain peak. Like, what are you doing here, Mount Hood? It's like, just chilling, player. So keep your eyes closed. But then second, don't look at your phone for as long as you can, because that phone is the Pandora's box, right? So when you keep it closed, then you live in this world where you appreciate everything, where you're just thankful to know that there's a warm spot for you to go use the bathroom, or that you have feet to be able to go use the bathroom, or that you're blessed to take another breath, as we think about those of us who haven't made it this far, right? But then the moment you pick up that phone, boom, that's the aquarium. That's the island where the donkey kids live on in Pinocchio, right? That's where the cigar smoking, pool playing kids live. That's where you don't want to be. Those are the people you don't want to hang out with. Those are the people whose value system is so whack. They're really just sitting on the couch taking quizzes to find out which slice of bread in the loaf they are based on their birth month, right? Like, if your birthday starts with a letter, then you're the heel. That means that you're an empathetic person. Like, oh, get out of here. Do something. Okay, speaking of do something, you know who really does something, man? Anteaters. They don't get enough credit, man. But if you're just listening to this show on Pandora or iTunes or Podcast Addict or Player FM or Overcast or Castbox, or I don't know, I signed us up for so many. You can throw a rock and find our podcast. So, but just know that right now I'm showing a picture of an anteater, and I'm about to drop the pitch in 3, 2, 1. Hey, kids. Oh, wait, look at that little finch. Oh, hi. Damn, I really am a dog with a laser. Hold on. Hey, kids, are you looking for an environmentally friendly, snuggly pest remediation solution that the whole family will love? Well, consider getting an anteater. That's right. Your little sister will squeal with delight when that anteater slurps up that black widow that was about to bite her right on her face. You know what? I'm going to stop it right there, because bite her right. The anteater is about to bite her right on her face. I think we could just rhyme that part. Okay, speaking of rhyming, you know who's a dope MC? Figure 8 is in the house. Hey, what? Figure 8 is in the house 2 times. Figure 8. That's how every. That's every intro. All 2021. Keep that energy. Cats' buttholes, man. That's all people. Oh shit! What about the giant centipedes? Damn it! Get a giant anteater. Brought to you by. Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna get one.
I figured you would already have one. I figured you would have one that you could sell to somebody else at a quality price.
I think my uncle raises them back in Detroit. He's a herder.
Have you ever seen a armadillo?
I have. Yeah, I have.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did horseback riding in Tennessee once that we saw armadillos.
One time I saw an armadillo in the rear view mirror of our rental car, and my girlfriend Karen was like, "Is that an armadillo?" And I was like, "Holy shit, it's an armadillo!" And then I tried to get out. They do look like an alien. They look like Piglet from Winnie the Pooh. It stood up on its hind legs and it was just like, I'm going to kill somebody. I was like, damn, it looks like a tiny little murderer, really.
It doesn't make a lot of noise.
Man, I don't want to say I haven't seen you since last year because that's corny, but I really feel like I haven't seen you in a year or something.
Yeah, welcome to 2021. Thank you for having us.
It's the future.
Yeah.
You know what? I life hacked everybody last night because I watched the ball drop in New York, and that's where I set my intention. So hopefully for the whole year, I'm going to be 3 hours ahead of the rest of these suckers. And they're just, I'm going to just keep yelling, do I have a tail light out? Excuse me, do I have a tail light out? Because
I know I'm about to have a tail light.
Because they're behind me, right? So just keep watching my tail lights. And oh, Finda does have proof that she's not the anteater. You know what? All of 2020, I thought Finda and the anteater were the same person because whenever the anteater would leave the room, Finda would show back up. I was like, wait a minute, man. Hey, you know what? At 10:35, we have the brand new Trunk Mob video. Oh man, that shit is fire.
Yeah, I saw that last week. I got
Fire. Really?
Yeah.
You have that unreleased, that hot new.
Yeah, me and Dirty trade war stories, new videos.
Man, that makes me feel like 5 days unloved or something. I saw it last night though at midnight. I seen it at the stroke of midnight, which actually made it probably more special than the way you saw it. So
yeah, I saw it through a phone.
No.
I had to see it through one of those FaceTime like.
You're in for a treat though. Hey, are you guys ready? You got stuff today?
I always have stuff.
Oh man, this is so exciting. Are you guys ready to play? Are you guys ready to play The Price is Writer? So I have to do this real quick. If you guys are ready to play The Price is Writer, then come on down. Oh, for those who are listening to this in the audio only version, I'm playing a GIF of a dude in a brown short sleeve shirt with a darker colored undershirt, which looks terrible, by the way, but he had shown up wearing a different shirt, right? And then they just gave him the Price is Right shirt. And so he just put it over the top. And now he's like, why did I wear a dark blue shirt if they're going to give me this like off brown purple thing, whatever. Anyways, so if you are in the audience and you're watching this show and you think that you could put a quality price tag on some of these items that our man Figure 8 is bringing us, and you think that you could beat Momo. Momo is our returning champion. Nobody beats Momo. Nobody beats Momo. Yeah,
she's good.
She always guesses $1 million. But
I want to get the Anteater on the show, if I'm going to be honest. I'd like to see if the Anteater knows its stuff.
It's just going to bid ants for everything. Okay. It'd be like 75 ants. Like ants are not currency. It'd be like, yeah, 2 giant centipedes. Like, stop trying to buy stuff with bugs, giant anteater. Okay, so we are now. Oh shit, dude! Look, I didn't do the important part. I didn't take the bong hit part of the anteater. Hold on, let me do this while you get your shit together. Let me just tell you something. We weren't confident in 2020. We ain't kind of start confident in 2021. So don't start expecting it, kids. But I will remind you to take advantage of this opportunity to go download or go subscribe to Coffee and Bong Hits on iTunes right now. Did you do that right? You did that?
I did that.
Was it hard?
I had to go to the right app because I didn't know that iTunes was still on my phone. But there was not only an iTunes, but there was a podcast app, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's in here. And then I just typed in Coffee Bong Hits. I didn't even type in I just typed in Coffee Bong Hits, like I was doing a school paper. How you just keywords, and it was the first thing that came up.
Man, I'm trying to outsmart the algorithms, right? Like,
yeah, we've done that.
I tried to save up, so I made sure I had like 10 episodes when I started begging. So apparently iTunes, when you subscribe, if you have 10 episodes, they'll download all 10 episodes. So I waited till I got 10 in the bank, and then boom, today's the proper dropper day. Good morning, Ellen. Nice to see you. Yo, Ryan. Yeah. What do you got? What do you got? Show us. Show us. I'll pull it up on.
This one's for you. This one's for you.
Okay.
It's a Panasonic digital AV mixer for like public broadcast television back in the day.
Oh, no way. Dude, that is something that I've wanted for more than half my life, I bet. Yo, what do those inputs look like? That's old school, but it's not old school as we used to have. Oh, damn. Ain't that something? Man, in the old days, Elvon says $200 right off the top. Waiting to see who comes in with 201.
I like it.
Man, that's crazy that knob still works. It looks like it moves great. So back in the old days, man, like 2015, when we did Fight Church Television, we had the switcher. But man, our switcher was looked like a transformer. It was huge. Okay, let's give people a couple more seconds. Fenda says 181. There's a lot of buttons on that bad boy.
It's a lot of buttons, I will admit.
Man, buttons are worth money. So
are knobs.
Knobs, people love sliders, dudes. Just having sliders just jacks it up right away. Okay, so for those that are listening to this on a podcast audio only version, Figure 8 has shown us a Panasonic audio video mixer with RCA plugs in the back, which is I don't know if you believe in calendars, you might think it's old. I don't believe in calendars. Some people believe in dinosaurs. I don't know about that either. But Elvon says 200. Marty Jones says 75. Fenda says 181. We're going to give about 15 more seconds, and then we're going to drop a prop on them. Man, people think we got all year or something. Get your prices in, people. All right, just drop it on them.
165.
No way. Fenda is she always kills it at this game. Yeah, she was only over by 15, 16 bucks. Okay, props to Fenda. So now you got to give that to her. Okay, what do you got?
The Gucci sunglasses, white frame.
Whoa.
Let me get that in there.
Dude, my mom was looking for those in 1985. Those are player. Did Kanye have those?
These were Dre's.
Okay, so for those who are listening at home in the audio only version, Figure 8 just busted out some Gucci shades that he said Dre had.
He didn't wear them, but he had them.
What do you mean he didn't wear them, but he had them?
He just had them on the shelf. He didn't want them.
Okay. Marty says 80 bucks. Fenda says Gucci is 35. Man, I would not at this point right now. I think if you just put your money on Fenda, you're going to do better than Bitcoin or anything you can get in like a $5 stock from Robinhood. Hold on, what? What? That's like a polo. That's not even Gucci. That's polo. I used to have those jeans. What? Okay. Oh, it does say Gucci. Okay. Okay. Well played. Okay, how much?
About 145 to 175.
No.
I got a little bit of scuffs on them.
No way. Hold on. Hold on. Let me text Diction. Okay, sorry. I told Diction to come in at 10:40, man. Do you guys know at 10:35 we have Red Panda? Or no, yeah, Trunk Mount. Good job. Yeah, at 10:29 we have Red Panda. So that gives us 3 more minutes to get something in. So what's Antelope Fisherman dropping to start 2021, G? We get all caught up with these stupid things. We forget that you have a whole entire career and a whole multiple businesses that you run.
Yeah,
you're like a mob boss.
we are extending our film business. We're upgrading our equipment right now. We kind of got our drone working a little bit better, so we're more prepared to experiment with that. Tyree, his first tape since being a fish. We made him a fish towards the end of last year after he got shot. We took him in, and he decided that it was time to become full aquatic. And we do this tape series called Presents the Fish. Fish are friends, not food, where each one of us creates our own representation of the antelope fisherman. You get whoever you want on it, and it's just running down the list. I've done one, Avery's done one, Swiggle's doing one, Jimbo's doing one, Dirty's doing one. But Tyree's drops this week. We just finished it. It's like a 20-song thing. And then our actual album will be out this year, 2021, God willing. And yeah, we just shot a video with Cool Nuts and DeAndre Collins. I'm very excited about that. Yeah.
At Future Shock.
At Future Shock,
right.
At Future Shock, which is an incredible place that we all spent an egregious amount of money on for Christmas gifts while we were there. So,
yo, shout out
you
to
haven't gotten you want to late gifts?
Tim.
That's the place to pull up.
Shout out to King Tim and the Movement family. Shout out to Amy Crash, Jimbo. Hold on. Hey, yo,
Yeah,
it's Jessie Sponberg.
that's
I'm rocking
like
with the Movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. Yo, word up. I played that commercial because I thought I had something in my nose. So I was like, make the move. Okay, we got 1 minute. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
Pandemic Legacy, Season 1.
What is that? A puzzle?
It's a board game about the coronavirus.
You're lying.
It was before Corona, but it's you just infect the world with a flu in this board game.
What? Season 1?
Yeah, we're in Season 2 right now in the real world. This board game was about it literally
read the thing.
It started simply. A virus tougher than the rest.
Hold on. Pause that real quick. I gotta hit the bottom of the hour. I've taken at least 3 bullets to the head. Red Panda's about to take 4 bullets to the head, and I can't stop her. This is Coffee and Bong Hits with Figure 8. I'm Jessie Sponberg. Shout out to everybody that's never heard this show before. We'll be back in 30 seconds, bro. That's nuts, man. That's nuts. Every time. Hey, you know what? This morning I was supposed to wake up and upload a brand new Red Panda clip, a brand new one. From my friend Aaron sent it to me from the Rose Court, from the Rose Garden itself on the Blazer logo. And I woke up this morning, I was like, man, I could either wake up and download that Red Panda clip, or I could go back to bed, wake up, and just tell everybody that I almost downloaded that Red Panda clip and give them something to look forward to next week. Okay, so this is Coffee. Swear to God, I'm drinking coffee today. And Bong Hit, swear to God, it's a Bong Hit. And I swear to God, I'm Jessie. This is Figure 8 from the Antelope Fisherman.
Yeah.
And he is about to read to us the real life game of pandemic. But
yeah, so it says, it started simply. A virus tougher than the rest. Nothing your team can't handle. But as January turns to February, what results is a year that will never be forgotten. This is no ordinary virus. This is no ordinary year. Your team will see things, live things, and do things that might just save humankind from being snuffed out completely. The results of this year will be spoken in the whispers for generations. Can your team save humanity? Can you make it through the year? Can you face month after month of surprises, setbacks, fleeting victories, and sickness? Are you prepared for Pandemic Legacy Season 1? Dun dun.
Bro, that's real as shit. Like, what's up, Dirty? Yo,
What's
just that's real
happening?
as shit because man, we ain't even really hit. I just woke up this morning. We're about to switch to the news at 10:40. Diction's gonna come on. We might look at the news for a minute, but I heard this morning they got not only that UK mutated version of it, but they also got the they also have the a South African mutated version of the coronavirus. And I read late last night that one of the minks that had a mutated mink version escaped from the mink farm in Oregon. So we are doomed. This is real. I don't know how much rice you guys are buying, but stop eating your rations, especially if you're a loser, especially if you're a couch potato that watches TV. Quit eating all the rations that somebody else could be eating. Okay.
This came out in 2015.
2015. Yo, Bill Gates is all over that kind of shit, man. Okay, how much?
Like $50.
50 bucks. Only one person even bid on it. Finda, $25. Man, she just cleans up. Finda's like one of those people who just goes from talk show to talk show bidding on stuff and then has a big garage sale of stuff she's won by bidding.
I believe that wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
Yo, what you been doing all year, Dirty?
I also got to say that I know that Fig was cracking up right when you said that rice comment. He looked right at me. He knows how big I am on the rice. I got a 50-pound bag right now. 75-pound bag.
There have been multiple days of my life where I got a phone call from Dirty where he just wanted to check in on my rice. He just wanted to check in and make sure I had it. It was of quality. We do. But thanks to Dirty Black, I have rice. Top quality.
We got straps on them so we can put them on his backpacks. We're ready to go.
And I got all kinds so we don't get bored.
Brown rice, jasmine rice.
Jasmine.
You know what I do is I buy a lot of expired dressings so that I can just flavor my rice later. Like, oh, look at this blueberry balsamic or something, right? And then
is expired dressing better than regular dressing?
No, but it only costs like $1, right? It only costs like $1.
I'm still trying to figure out what you do with the involuntary chickens from last night.
Man, it's not even involuntary. You have to coax them. You never seen. Hold on, man. Look, I will find it for you real quick. Even though we're infringing, we're supposed to be playing your video right now, but let me hold on.
Happy New Year, Fig.
Hold on. $50 for that board game? Hold on. Porky Pigs Chicken Farmer. You don't know when Porky Pig was a chicken farmer? Here we go. Watch.
Porky Pig Chicken Farmer.
Damn. I thought everybody knew this, but I'll explain it.
Hard glasses.
Man, we're supposed to be playing your video right now, too. Look.
The Swooner Crooner.
This is how you get chicken eggs out.
Oh, he made him come like clock in to get slaughtered. Oh.
So for those who are watching at home, we pulled out Porky Pig in Swooner Crooner from 1944. If this ain't just part of your average Art of War kind of in your portfolio, this is how you get eggs, man. The chickens go to work, but then when the chickens stop, hold on, look.
I'm impressed by the upside down ones.
One. That ain't gonna do. Porky Pig is out here trying to put in work. One. Nah, G. I know you're like, Jessie, how does this relate? Oh. You know what? One time I had a chicken and we thought she had an egg stuck in her. And so my friend, the chicken lady, came over and stuck her hand all the way up the chicken's egg hole, which turns out isn't a butthole. So anyways. All right, so this is how you do it.
The implications of the phrase, it turns out it's not a butthole.
That's not a butthole. You know, if you want that chicken like a catcher's mitt, G. Here we go.
Gee whiz, that's swell, fellas. How did you ever make them lay all those eggs?
It's very simple, Porky. Like this.
If I'm lying, I'm dying. That's
Terrible.
how you do it. You boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Hey, who's ready for that new Drunk Mob shit? Man, we debuted that last night was so fresh, man. Last night was so dope, man. We put out more content. We put out more content in 2021 than anybody, man. More than Jay-Z, more than Beyonce, more than Jay-Z and Beyonce, more than Jay-Z, Beyonce, their kids and their neighbor.
Dang.
That delivers their groceries. No, I don't know. Yo, tell us the story behind this video real quick.
What I will say is I am an antelope fisherman, just in case you didn't know. And if you didn't know, we're doing 365 days of fish. So stack that on top of 18
I thought that was last year
that came out, 14 videos, 300 freaking songs. Jessie was on every single day. I mean, the campus.
Hold on, what's that clicking? All right, it's done now. Now it's back. Oh, somebody typing? I think I can hear somebody typing somewhere.
Kind of sounds like that. A little digital interference.
It keeps sounding like somebody's trying to type in my password. Yeah? Okay. All right, peace with you, G. All right, now it's just you and me. Tell us about this video real quick.
It's going really well. People seem to be responding to it.
Who put it together? Who's responsible for this madness?
Northwest, man. The Northwest exotic pop representative. This is the first video with Trunk Mob as exotic pop full official exotic pop cars ambassadors. We got the Too Short Soda in there, hitting heavy. It was filmed on location at our sponsor, Power Plant Foster. Man, it's a good one. I like the vibe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna play it because Diction's supposed to be coming in here in a minute. So let me just get this video done. Here we go. This is the new Trunk Mob video called Walk Outside. Recorded. What's the word? Produced, directed. Anyways, Northwest
all that.
Is all that. Here we go.
It's a little quiet.
Oh, that's weird. That's why you don't put shit on mute. What the hell? We should be good. Yo, this is Coffee and Bong Hits. This is that brand new, brand new. I told you this was coming through. I told you coming through, man. Hold up, D. We'll be with you in a minute.
Dang. I twist to take a walk outside. I twist to take a walk outside.
Dang.
Get lit sometime around midnight. The shit's about to blow like dynamite. I twist to take a walk outside. I twist to take a walk outside. Get lit sometime around midnight. The shit's about to blow like dynamite.
Fit the description. Now you must know the intention. I go put up, sit up on your couch. Then I roll a blunt as long as your extension. And the flower there is masterful. The type don't even mention. It's a Santa lad of exotic types of African. Blowing and relax, get your brain pumping like pistons. Have a newbie crying Christian. It's the new way, just get down, it's straight business. This dab bomb just became the new mission. Have fools missing, stuck off in the fetal position. Bounty up, it's a snack attack. Triple stack Oreos, I'm talking 10 packs. 40 ounces of old English, about to walk back from Plaid. Get lifted for crew Nick and just get back and relax. Dang.
I twist to take a walk outside. I twist to take a walk outside. It is sometime around midnight. Shit's up my low, dynamite. I twist to take a walk outside. I twist to take a walk outside. It is sometime around midnight. The shit's about to blow like dynamite.
Now it's kinda crazy if you really stop and think about it. How much I smoke, you think I really couldn't breathe without it? I puff on all these different strains. I've been riding on these chrome things. You can smell my broccoli from about a block way. From Mojave to Zimbabwe. This is just a hobby that I picked up in the lobby. And I suggest that you notice my flows will roll and blow out your three-way components. My caddy barely got suspension, but I drive it past the copper man. What's in that hourglass here? Oh, this is just some grains of sand. Maybe I was thinking maybe we should kick it, wine and dine. Maybe I was thinking we should show you through the sands of time. But maybe I'll just fly away above the clouds so the sun shining up in my face. Now I'm riding back down to earth. I land firmly, my feet leave prints in the dirt.
I twist to take a walk outside. I twist to take a walk outside. It is sometime around midnight. Shit's about to blow like dynamite. I twist to take a walk outside. I twist to take a walk outside. It is sometime around midnight. The shit's about to blow like dynamite.
What about? How'd you get over there?
Life to produce that. Ooh, nasty.
Man, I was supposed to be in that box. Stole my box. Well, there we go. Now I'm the captain of this ship again. All right, hold on. Let me pull that out. Yo, that's word up, Dirty. Hey, man, I'll holler at you later. All right, G?
My guys.
5,000. Yo, what up, Diction? Oh, hold on. Yo, what up, Diction?
What up?
Man. You know, you and I talked last night. Well, you and I actually closed the show. You're the last person I talked to last night before I fell out. And then I went to bed, and whenever I go to bed, the last thing I do is I grab my YouTube, and I look and see what the great and wise YouTube algorithms suggest for me and my learning curve on that day, right? Because they know, man, YouTube's got the best algorithms out there, man. They totally know
definitely agree with that.
What you're ready for, right? So then last night, right after that conversation, I laid down and this dude was like, yo, here is the freaking secret. Don't open your phone when you wake up. And I was like,
Dr. Joe Dispenza?
I don't even know who it was. It doesn't matter.
Dude, I guarantee you it's Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's really dope. But
I had just given the exact same. I just gave the exact same.
Watch, if you go to the history, I almost guarantee you it's going to be Dr. Joe Dispenza is who you're talking about.
You know what? Let me look at my YouTube right now. I'll tell you his name. I don't even know. I was so tired last night. I was just like, oh, you know what? I bet it is because that's what's right at the top of my search engine. Oh, look, I can see us on my show. Look, that's us on YouTube.
Oh shit.
Boom. Yeah. Oh man, you know what? That's I forgot to ask people to give me a 5-star rating. Oh, that's terrible. Damn, I'm dumb.
Why? Would you get some 1 stars from some people?
No, but you gotta lead a horse to water, right? You gotta take them all the way to it. because they're just gonna on their own. They're just gonna do the very minimal. The very minimal, right? Like, okay, I did it, cross it off the list. I helped somebody, but they'll do whatever you ask them to do if you ask them to do it. Anyways, yeah. So there was some dude on YouTube that stole that. But yo, that's real as shit, man. Like, you can either stick your head in the aquarium or you can live in the aquarium, or you can tend to the aquarium from a distance. But all three of those simultaneously exist, right? It doesn't mean that the fish store doesn't exist if the aquarium exists. And if the aquarium is full of water, it doesn't mean that there's not other aquariums right next to it full of water. So then how are you operating, right? Like, how are we living in these simultaneous overlapping, these inconsistent realities? Because one thing I know for certain is that reality is becoming inconsistent. Right? Like,
yeah, definitely. Well, that's that goes back to stuff like what's the observer's effect. So in quantum physics, so they talk about Schrodinger's cat, where basically it's like quantum physicists did these experiments and ascertained that you viewing a particle literally affects what the particle is. So your perception, which is largely what you're talking about, right? Like your perception of things changes it. So it's going to have inconsistencies because you have multiple different perspectives. So it's impossible for that to not to affect it.
And you're jumping around in them, like you're rapidly cycling through them. It's like one of those driving video games where you can push the button to be right behind the steering wheel, or you can push the button to be in the back seat, or you can push the button to be floating above the car behind it, right?
Right.
But when you rapidly cycle through all those, it's insane, man. You know, and I think the best way that a person could do it, and the best advice that I could give, man, is the longer you can go in the morning without opening your eyes. Like,
well, the biggest thing that you're talking about, and all the stuff we've talked about, whether or that I've talked about with you, whether it's Neville Goddard, Body Zealand, even Napoleon Hill, you go into any of these people we brought up, you can keep adding to the list. We've talked about, to go back to it, is that hypnagogic mind state, that your subconscious controlling your reality. The two times you have the most effective and arguably the only way to get in the driver's seat and put in your Hall & Oates tape is in that hypnagogic mind state, which is going to occur A, when you first wake up, and B, right before you go to sleep. And so when you started this, you're like, man, I take advantage of this hypnagogic mind state by right before I go to sleep, I look at what YouTube says I should learn based on knowing where I'm at in my journey, and I plug that in, so you're taking advantage of it on the way to sleep. And then when you wake up, by doing what you're saying, and like, don't fuck with your phone, leave your eyes closed. That one's dope. I'll have to try that. Like, I definitely try to not do the phone thing. But yeah, I mean, that's one of those things that in all the material and the quote unquote law of attraction, reality creation, these different terms you want to use, the one consistent thing in all of them is that they all basically, and there's a few things where it all overlaps, but one of the biggest is that part of the hypnagogic mind state, which is going to be when you first wake up, when you first go to bed. That's when you can edit the programs the most effectively. Arguably, it may be the only time you can really effectively do it, other than when you meditate, which puts you in a similar state.
because then what you can do is you can approach your phone like a rattlesnake, or you can approach your phone like a mouse trap with a piece of cheese in it, or you can approach it like a chicken leg that was thrown to alligators, but you would have rather eaten it, right? So you can delicately approach it and still manage to get a chicken leg out of it without getting caught up in the madness of it, right? Like, you have to view this madness from a distance. And the moment that you wake up and just absorb it, you're just doomed. You're doomed to old patterns, old cycles. I wish I could just wake up in the morning and just punt my phone as far as I can.
Well, yeah, because it makes the point that, like, okay, If you wake up and let's say you just start to go into your phone or whatever that habitual thing is, well, you're already running the program, but you have that small window. At night, you can introduce new programs. The same thing, but at the beginning, you can also stop. By doing that, you take conscious control. You stop the program from running, and you're like, nah, I'm going to embed this, you know, and then obviously habitually that has more of a like, even if you're talking about like the Neville Goddard stuff, we talk about, okay, what's his biggest thing? Imagine that you're in the wish fulfilled right before you go to sleep, or he would do it in like little naps in the halfway of the day. It's the same thing. Like, I mean, all that stuff. But Napoleon Hill, the auto suggestion, you read the statement, but when you wake up, when you go to bed, why? Because he doesn't get that far into it. But even Dr. Joe Dispenza, you brought up, he's another guy who's fantastic about understanding that the programs in your subconscious really create your reality. They're based on emotion. Emotion's what gets through to them. That emotion is based on impressions from the past. When you do things like you're talking about to wake up and break that and actively take the driver's seat, then you're going to override the program just running and be able to add new programs. And then obviously right before you go to sleep, I do the same. I do a similar thing every night before I go to sleep. What I do is I make it a little more targeted, but I go a lot of times to the Reality Revolution channel because they just have a lot of these, but they actually have programs you can run or self-hypnosis or they might be called sleep meditations or guided meditations. And I go to sleep to something every night because I'm trying to rewrite the program every night in some kind of beneficial way, hopefully, you know.
You know, what's a really hard one for me is the sleep meditation videos, right? Where they play like tones or vibrations or maybe like wind chimes or something, right? And it's designed to help you on a vibrational level, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I have such a rapidly moving brain that I get so bored by those. Like, oh my God,
I can't do those, man. I only do the ones with words. I don't do any of the ones that don't have words. And a lot of the ones that I do use also use techniques from neuro-linguistic programming or NLP. So they'll have shit coming from both sides, but I have real specific intent and words behind them. I feel you. The ones that are just straight up vibrations or chimes or any of that, like I feel you. My thoughts will just replace it. Maybe that helps people. Great if it does. For me, I want those words because I know they're going to really, through the repetition, and especially when people are using, they might use frequencies in the background, but they're talking, and they'll use those NLP techniques where it's like two different disconjointed voices, shit like that, that'll like confuse your subconscious to really implant it in there. But I feel you. Like, as far as if I see it and don't got no words, I'm like, I can't fuck with it.
I got one of those, and I really, really, really believe it works. I really believe it works. In fact, I believe that it worked. Alan Watts, that's dope, Joe. Karen loves Alan Watts.
Alan Watts is hella fresh, especially when you talk about transcending the ego. I mean, he did a lot of things in general, but his work's really like a Western version of Taoism, realistically, kind of like Eckhart Tolle. They're on that same kind of school. Alan Watts is probably one of the illest outside of the Eastern schools of thought, you know, the classics like Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and like breaking down the human ego, how to detach from the human ego and transcend the duality consciousness. And he's really, really great at that.
Whenever I see Karen with her phone pressed up against her ear and ask her what she's doing, she's always listening to Alan Watts. She'll just have her phone like stuck to her head. Like, what are you doing?
Alan Watts is definitely on a whole nother level of like, that dude definitely went through some wild levels of ego death, and he's really good at like most everything I've listened to on him extensively is all talking about the ego, which reminds me a lot of like Eckhart Tolle will do that, get in the stillness, transcend. But that's important. If you can transcend the ego, then I mean, again, that's another way to, you know, to take control of the wheel, because the ego is what drives those habitual programs that are passive, that you don't really, you know, a lot of them that might not be beneficial. Some of them might be, you know, there's obviously other benefits to transcending the ego in general.
So normally, I love your long answers, but we're running out of time. So
shit, okay.
We got 4 minutes left. What's your best piece of 1 minute advice that you're going to give somebody moving in? I already told you guys my best piece of advice for 2021 was Keep your eyes closed as long as you can when you wake up, because it'll be just like when you're flying in an airplane and there's no mountains up there. It's just you in those clouds high above everything else. That's my advice. Don't look at your phone for as long as you possibly can fight it. Look out your window before you look out your phone, and look out your eyeballs before you look out your window, and make them all steps, right? Create as many layers as you can between the madness and the sanity, right? Okay, what's your advice?
It would build on that, honestly, which would just be take advantage of the hypnagogic mind state before you go to, sleep, and right before that. Use the tools we've talked about to program. Then another would be real briefly, just write down. They call it scripting, but write down what you actually want. I don't care what limits you think are in front of it. Fuck that shit. Write it down, and then use those techniques in that part of the hypnagogic mind state to program it in there. Napoleon Hill calls it auto-suggestion. Maybe write out a statement of it and read it every night before you go to bed and when you get up. Over time, that consistently I've seen, cause changes in my life. It kind of is one of the things that if you're like, well, is Esther Hicks right? Or is Neville Goddard right? Or is Alan Watts right? Or was the Buddha right? Or was Jesus right? Or was Muhammad right? Like all of those things, agree on that portion of it in some way. So I think that one, I like to find the thing where the bridges all connect. And, that's the most consistent one, honestly. That quantum physics, all that stuff. So yeah, definitely take advantage of that hypnagogic mind state. Write down what you actually want and make sure it's what you actually want. Don't be afraid to acknowledge what you actually want, no matter how crazy it would sound to anyone else or how afraid you are of it. Then, do everything else to pursue it. But, how you're going to start to program yourself to believe and inspire yourself to move towards it. I think the initial steps is take advantage of that hypnagogic mind state twice a day at least. And maybe another time a day through meditation. Write down what you want and use those tools to, start building your beliefs so you could move towards it, because everyone deserves to have the purpose they were put here for. And it wants you as much as you want it. That's something I try to remind myself about when I'm having a hard time.
You don't understand how clocks work. I told you at 1 minute. Now I got to just eject. Hey, Joe, you should come on the show next week. Joe, you should come on the show. You know what? I started 1 minute late, Diction, so we managed to dodge it. But Joe, I would love to have Joe Tackett on the show next week, man. I know Joe is full of game. He's the one who put me up on the Rosicrucian Museum in California, right? So, yeah. Anyways,
I look forward to that episode.
Please help me push the podcast to all your networks.
Definitely.
Apparently, we got to get him to leave a 5-star. So this is Coffee and Bonghits. We'll see you guys all the rest of the year. 5,000 G's.